The city slept beneath the cold blanket of fog. Street lights flickered weakly, and the air reeked of rain and rust. Somewhere on the outskirts, where no one cared to look, stood a forgotten parking lot filled with broken dreams and abandoned cars. Inside one of those wrecks, a little boy was curled up in the back seat, wrapped in a torn blanket. His name was Daniel. He hadn't eaten a real meal in days. The night bit at his skin like knives. Daniel weakly, shivering. "Mama, it's so cold. I'm sorry I couldn't be strong like you wanted." He closed his eyes, clutching a small pendant around his neck, the only memory of his mother. Rain began to fall, tapping against the car roof like soft tears from heaven. Just when he thought he might not survive the night, a pair of headlights cut through the darkness. A sleek black car rolled into the lot and parked nearby. Out stepped a young woman, elegant, confident, and tired. Her name was Clara Williams, CEO of a small tech startup downtown. She had pulled over to answer a business call, but fate had another plan. As she spoke on the phone, her eyes caught something odd. A flicker of movement inside a rusty car. "That's strange. Who'd be in there at this hour?" She ended the call and cautiously approached, her heels echoing in the emptiness. Peering through the cracked glass, her breath caught in her throat. A child, sleeping, in the cold. "Oh my God, that's a little boy." She tapped gently on the window. The boy jerked awake, eyes wide with fear. "Go away. I'm not stealing anything, I swear." Hey, calm down. I'm not here to hurt you. Just leave me alone. This is my spot." "Your spot? Honey, it's freezing out here. You'll get sick." "I don't care. I don't have anywhere else." Her heart broke right then. He was so small, dirt on his face, hollow eyes, trembling lips. "My name's Clara. What's yours?" "Daniel." "Clara. Nice to meet you, Daniel. Listen, I'm going to bring you something warm, okay? You don't have to trust me yet, but I'll come back tomorrow. Promise." He didn't answer, but when she took off her scarf and gently slipped it through the cracked window, he didn't push it away either. "Thank you." The next morning, the sun rose weakly over the city. Daniel was still in the car, half asleep, clutching Clara's scarf. For the first time in weeks, he hadn't felt completely invisible. Around noon, he heard footsteps, light, familiar ones. "Good morning, Daniel. I brought breakfast." She handed him a warm sandwich and a bottle of milk. Daniel hesitated, then snatched them, devouring the food as tears welled in his eyes. "Slow down, sweetheart. You'll choke." "I'm sorry, I just haven't eaten in 3 days." Clara's heart clenched. She sat beside the car and watched quietly until he finished. "Do you have anyone, Daniel? Parents? Family?" "My mom, she died a few months ago." Clara froze. "My uncle said I was a burden. He threw me out. I tried to go back, but he locked the door. Been here since." "Oh, Daniel, listen, you can't live out here. Come home with me. Just for tonight, a warm bed, some food, and we'll figure out what to do next." Daniel frightened. "No, what if you call the police? They'll take me to the shelter. I don't want to go there again." Clara sighed. He had been through more than a child ever should. "Clara, okay, I won't force you, but I'll keep coming back, okay? You're not alone anymore." That night, as the cold returned, Daniel held her scarf tighter, and for the first time, he whispered not to his mother, but to himself. Maybe she really means it. Days passed. Clara kept her promise. Every evening, she brought Daniel food, blankets, and talked with him. She learned about his favorite things, his dreams, and the nightmares that still haunted him. She told him stories about her own childhood, her struggles, her parents' death when she was young. And slowly, Daniel began to trust her. One rainy evening, she arrived with a small bag. "I got you some clothes, Daniel, and a jacket. Try it on." Daniel touched the fabric, tears filling his eyes. No one's ever bought me something new before. Well, it's about time someone did. But one night, something changed. As Clara parked near the lot, she saw two rough-looking men standing near the abandoned cars. She hid behind her car, heart racing. One of the men kicked the door of Daniel's car open. "Hey, look what we got here, a little street rat. Please don't take my stuff." "Stuff? You mean this blanket? Let's sell it for fun." Before they could touch him, Clara shouted from behind, "Get away from him. Lady, mind your business. He's a child. Leave him alone." They laughed until she pulled out her phone. "I've got your faces on camera. I'll call the police right now." The men cursed and ran. Clara rushed to Daniel, kneeling beside him. "Are you okay? Did they hurt you?" "No, but they would've if you didn't come. I'm not letting anyone hurt you ever again." That night, Daniel finally agreed to come with her. He sat quietly in her car, clutching his pendant, as they drove through the city lights. When they arrived at Clara's apartment, Daniel was overwhelmed. Soft lights, warmth, the smell of dinner. "Welcome home, Daniel." "Home? Yes, home." She gave him a hot bath, clean clothes, and tucked him into bed. He fell asleep instantly, his first peaceful sleep in months. Days turned into weeks. Clara enrolled Daniel in school, bought him books, and taught him manners. But deep inside, Daniel still feared it was temporary. He often woke up crying at night. "It's okay, sweetheart. You're safe now. I'm not going anywhere. Promise? Promise." And she meant it. One afternoon, Clara decided to look deeper into Daniel's past. She visited the neighborhood where his uncle lived. When she knocked, a rough man opened the door, clearly drunk. "What do you want?" "I'm here about Daniel, the boy you abandoned. That brat, he's no good. His mother left me nothing but debt. I couldn't feed another mouth. You threw a child out like garbage. Not my problem. You want him. Keep him." Clara left in disgust, but not before recording their entire conversation. Weeks later, the uncle suddenly appeared at Clara's apartment, demanding money. "I heard you took in my nephew. If you want to keep him, you'll pay me." "You have some nerve showing up here. He's still family. I can call child services." "Actually, I already did, and I showed them this." She played the recording of him admitting to abandoning Daniel. His face went pale. You can't." "I can, and I did. Now get off my property before I have you arrested." The man stormed off, defeated. Daniel, who had overheard the entire exchange, ran to Clara, tears streaming down his face. "You protected me, again." Clara kneeling, hugging him. "Always, Daniel, always." A few weeks later, Clara legally applied for guardianship. The day the court approved it, Daniel couldn't stop smiling. "Congratulations, Miss Williams. Daniel officially has a home. Does that mean I'm your son now? If you'll have me as your mom." "You already are." And just like that, two broken hearts healed each other. Months passed. Daniel flourished. He was top of his class, always helping others. He even started volunteering at a shelter, bringing food to kids who reminded him of his past. One evening, he told Clara something that made her eyes fill with tears. "I used to think I was unlucky because I lost my mom, but then I met you. Me, she sent you to find me." Maybe she did. The pendant around his neck glimmered in the light, a symbol of the past, but also of hope reborn. Years later, Daniel grew into a young mankind, smart and driven. He started a foundation for homeless children, naming it the Clara Project. At the grand opening, reporters asked him what inspired it. "When I was 10, I slept in an abandoned car. I thought the world forgot about me, but one stranger didn't. She gave me warmth, food, and love. Today, I just want to do the same for others." Clara, sitting in the front row, wiped her tears. Her act of kindness had changed one life, and that life was now changing many others. Sometimes, the smallest act of kindness, a scarf, a meal, a word, can alter the course of a person's destiny. Because behind every cold night, there's someone just waiting for a bit of warmth. And sometimes, that warmth comes from a stranger with a kind heart. Never underestimate what your compassion can do. You might just save a life, and in doing so, find your own purpose. If this story meant something to you, subscribe for more stories like this.